So, hi. I didn't know when the next update was gonna be, but as you can see, I'm angling it because of the light and the glare. We have day number 301 of Conqueror's development. And today is special because I have finally finished the number guessing game app. Oh my god, it feels good to say that. I finally finished number guessing game, and it took me a few days after since the last update because I had one particular issue that was driving me insane until I figured out how to do it by myself, which is the lesson I'll carry on forever. So now I have that done. I have number guessing game done, and y'all know what that means. If you've been following along with the updates, you know what that means. We're moving on to Codename Conqueror, full project, hands-on, tomorrow. Tomorrow. Kind of tonight because I'm excited, so I'm probably gonna start it tonight. But what does this mean? So I finished a project that is the whole purpose of me doing the number guessing game, as you know, was to practice my skills and fundamentals so that I can show that I know how to do this and I know how to distribute. That was the word I was missing last time, not disperse, distribute the beta to whomever I wanted. I figured out how to do that. Everything is going swimmingly. There were some questionable like formatting issues on the app, and I was like, that's whatever. I can always change that later. I can always like pay more attention to that when the actual app has beta versions and whatnot. But everything is going so well that we're going to start Conqueror tomorrow. I'm going to do some more research today on like networking and connecting to the back end and all that stuff so that I will know. I just want to know more while doing the research phase. So although I say that tomorrow is going to be day one, I didn't say this yet, but tomorrow is going to be day one of Conqueror itself, the whole project itself, because day 301 of Conqueror's development, although I haven't actually touched Conqueror's project at all yet, it's not even made. I haven't created it yet. Tomorrow is day one. But technically not still, because day one is when I actually start coding it, and tomorrow is just I might start coding it tomorrow, but I have to do research first. Research phase comes first. I have to find out exactly what I'm doing for a beta, which is no Smashy G part, just the map portion. And what does that mean? I have to but I have to get representatives of every single region and find out everything about the region. Find out all the PRs, get all the characters, get all the text components, get all the potential picture components. I have to get everything. I have to maybe commission a graphic designer for the logo. I have to decide on not decide on a title for the app or the app name, because I don't know if it's going to be Codename Conqueror. That's just the code name for now. It's Conqueror. But I like the name, but it's not a great name for app reasons, because if you look on the App Store for Conqueror, there's going to be like six or seven different gotcha games or what have you, or stupid little mobile games. Anyway, but I want a more not flashy, but I'm into the simplistic style. So I want a name that really shows that off, you know? Smashy G is pretty good. PG stats, look at that, right? I need a name that's like and a good logo. That's what I'm getting at. So I need to start doing all the fundamental frame, the groundwork, right? The foundation. I need the foundation, and that's what I'm going to start doing. All the research, all the foundation. I'm going to try to commission some graphic designers on who can make a decent logo. And of course, I have to keep it small, because if I ask everyone, hey, I'm looking for a logo for Conqueror, people will be like, tell me more. So I have to still keep it secret. But yeah, that's the update I got for you, that we're moving on to the next phase. So we are officially on phase 3. Phase 1 was to learn how to make an app. Phase 2, actually phase 4 technically. Phase 1, learn how to make an app. Phase 2 is learn actually like how to make an app, like the coding software involved. Because like the phase 1 is just what are the steps in order to make an app published, right? Know that process. Step 2 is how do you actually code the app, right? Okay, you download VS Code, you learn JavaScript. And then step 3 is using the first two, make the number guessing game as an app. I did that. We're on to phase 4 of the Accelerate Cinematic Universe. Conquer Cinematic Universe. we are going to make Conqueror starting tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be I'm going to use the entire day just for research and whatnot. I'm gonna probably make a Discord server of all the files or whatnot, so people can so people can just add stuff in there. But I don't know if it's gonna be my private server or what have you. I don't know where I'm going to be keeping all the information, but eventually I have to take all that information and filter it into the VS Code files, which is going to take. I don't know how big this app is going to be. I don't know if my computer can handle it because right now, though, my biggest concern, to be honest with you, is keeping all these files on my C drive because my C drive is only 500 megabytes, and that's where my operating system is, and I don't know how to move it. I have all my coding projects so far, all my testing projects, all my number guessing game, all that jazz. It's on my C drive. My D drive is the terabyte regular hard drive. It's not an SSD. But I can't figure out how to move everything there, which I'd like to do before I start coding or before I actually make the project, which is why I have time, I have wiggle room. Because during the research phase, I don't have to start coding. I'm just gathering data. At the end of the day, Conqueror is going to be a database. So just putting in information isn't going to be very difficult. I just have to make it look pretty. So during the data phase, during the data gathering, information, what is it called? What did I just call it? Research. During R&D. I'm going to be trying to find ways to just move the default folder location from the C drive to the D drive. I don't know how to do that, but I'll figure it out. I don't imagine it'll be very difficult, so I maybe just have to ask the right person. And if I can manage to do that, so I can manage to have the file start with a D drive where I have a whole terabyte of data to work with. And it's a new computer, so not new. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Then I'll be very comfortable starting the project. But I probably won't start the project I'll probably start it as late as possible until I'm confirmed that I have no idea how to change the C drive to D drive. Anyway, that's a whole another topic. I'm digressing. Point is, we have an update on day 301. Sorry, I really wanted to do it on day 300, like have a whole day 300 celebration of this milestone. I thought I did. That's why I put a post on Twitter saying that, yeah, I got the milestone. But I actually didn't, because I didn't know that what I did didn't work until that day, literally like a few seconds later. And then I figured it out today after grinding it nonstop, which is why I kind of feel like I want to be a software developer, but that's a whole nother story for another day. Update, day 301, number guessing game is done. We're moving on to the next phase, actual Conqueror development, which starts with R&D, research and development. Next update is probably going to be when I either figured out my D drive and try to put the files onto my D drive for more space, so I have a more comfortable like wiggle room for just not worrying about losing space on my C drive, which I don't think I would. Anyway, I say it anyway a lot. Day 301, research and development. I'm going to start it as late as possible. I forget my original train of thought. Anyway, hope you guys are enjoying the updates. Yeah, my next update is going to be before I start coding, definitely. Before I start coding, when I have as much research as possible. Or like as soon as I start coding. To say, hey, this is what happened, this is my research so far, and I have these people helping me. Hopefully that by then I have not a concrete, but like a good name, a good logo. Right now the logo I'm thinking of is a picture of like, do you know that like silhouette of the Earth? Like the little two-dimensional silhouette of the Earth, right? And it shares a picture of like circle, United States, South America, whatever. Or North America rather, not to be pretentious about USA. I want the picture of the Earth, and you know how Google Maps has those little indicators that point to where you are? They look like little cones. If some of you may know what I'm talking about. They look like this, but like with a curved top, almost like that, right? With a little ball on the bottom, which looks like a where you are marker. That kind of looks like a fight stick, not gonna lie. So my idea is to take like the red silhouette of the location marker and style it to make it look as much like a fight stick as possible, and then put it on the Earth, right? To make it look like the Earth is the controller, you know? Because the whole point of Conqueror is games connecting the world, and a Conqueror is somebody who goes to somewhere and conquers it. Just like a PR player would go to another region and beat all the top players and become the conqueror of that region, right? Like people who defend their region against the invaders. It's Conqueror. It's perfect. That's why I don't want to change the name. But it's hard to say. It's not exactly easy to say Codename Conqueror or Conquer. I don't know if that. I'm going to do some focus groups, and I'll get back to you. Thank you so much. Until next time.